Welcome back, and here's going to be our final video with transformations. So we learned about the effects of A, B, C, and D individually, and well, you might imagine that you're probably not going to encounter a function that is just a vertical shift. You could, but it may not be always true. So there may be more than one transformation going on, there might be multiple, and so when you do encounter multiple transformations, here's the generally prescribed order. First, begin with horizontal translations. Okay, and I'll also mention before we go further in this, we need the function to look like f of bx plus c plus d. So if it isn't in this form, for instance, if it's like b times x plus a number, you have to make sure to distribute and expand and simplify. Okay, so make sure it's in this form. But in this form, okay, when it is in this general form, do horizontal translations first. Then all sorts of scalings you can do, so horizontal, vertical, shrink, stretch, reflections, whatever. Okay, you don't have to do them all at once, but just make sure that you do scalings next, and then end with vertical translations. Okay, so here we are. We have our base function of absolute value of x. Now this one, I'm not going to do a table. I'm going to do this more graphically and descriptively. Okay, but anyway, from absolute value of x, I want to get to this new function, and then there is this one down here too. It cut off for some reason, don't know why. But anyway, so we want to begin with absolute value of x, and at some point we want to end with 2 absolute value negative x plus 3, and then minus 1. I don't know how many transformations there are, but before then, well, you can see there's a value of a, b, c, and d, so there's going to be 4 transformations. But I need to transform this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, make sure I remember the 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay, from above. First thing I'm going to do according to that list is any horizontal translations. And I actually happen to have one. There's this 3 hanging out, right? So I'm going to transform this to x plus 3. And when I do that, I'm going to just write on this line, this arrow, so I know what's going on. This is going to be a horizontal shift, okay? And then this would be left 3 units, okay? So, and then maybe I'll do the graph too. It says using the matrix, sketch the function, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I need to do this graphically as well. So I have my base graph, boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to do, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get rid of that point because that is incorrect. We have that one and this one. So I have this one graphed in black. This next one I'm going to graph in blue. So I shift it left 3 units. So I now have this point, 3 units, undo that. 3 units there. Oh, I want blue. Okay, I have there, 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 and here. Okay, so all I've done is shift it. Okay, then it says next any scalings. So I think I actually have 2 scalings. I have the 2, which is a vertical scaling, and then technically this negative, it's a horizontal reflection, and so that is another one that we need to take care of. Now here, it doesn't matter which order you do them in. I always have the habit of doing all horizontals first and then worry about all verticals. That's just my own thing. So if it was me, what I would do next is I would do the reflection, the horizontal reflection. So I'm just going to say this is a horizontal reflection over y-axis. So I'm going to do this in green now. So I need 1, 2, 3, okay. So I would do this, let's see, so I'm here, so this is going to be in green, there, 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 and there. Okay. So then next I have the vertical stretch, which is going to take this to, so I'm going to take the whole thing and multiply it by 2 to change the output. Okay, and again, this is going to be in red, and this is going to be a vertical scaling by factor 2. Okay, which in essence just changes doubles the y value. So this stays the same, but this goes up to 2, as does this ish, and then this would go up to 4. So I get something that looks like that. Okay, and then let's see, so I've done everything but the -1. So, okay, then I have big long arrow, okay, and then this is going to be a vertical shift down by 1. Okay, so then you can imagine what this is going to look like. It does look a little bit messy. So here we are up at 2. There we go, and then this just shifts down 1 and down 1. And then I'm just going to indicate final graph. Okay, so this one had a value of A, B, C, and D, so it did require a lot of, I'm going to say a lot of work. You had to do 4 transformations in order to get to the right one, and you had to do them in the right order. Order, remember, is horizontal translations first, all the scalings next, in whatever order you choose, and then the translations. Okay? Now, I'm going to reverse the question on you now, and this one I'm going to leave you with as a bit of a challenge. Okay, so we know the base graph is the square root graph. So we have this, and this. So we're going to have, here is the square root of x graph. So we have a transformation that is being shown in red. Okay, and we need to figure out the equation of this function. Okay, it is a transformation. Okay, and what I want you to do is, I'll tell you the number of transformations, but I'm not going to tell you what order they are in or by how much. Okay, so I will tell you that there are a total of 3 transformations. Okay, and as a hint, what I notice is, to begin with, is that this point here, this is kind of where everything begins, that goes to the left one and up one. I also notice that the shapes of them are similar but not identical. Okay, so if I want you to try this on your own, I will tell you the answer at the beginning of class if you're interested. Otherwise, have fun with this one.